Everybody was decent, quite decent, and I'm here to do another, today we're going to do an unboxing, a demonstration, and a review of my new steam press. So let me show you what I got going on here. Let's bring it onto the floor actually. I have some very wrinkled shirts here, and these shirts I got them from, I have a bag that I keep old garments in that I'm going to give away. H&M has like this garment collection program, so you just give them a couple pieces of garments and then they give you like a 15% voucher that you could use. So let's see if we can do this one hand here. Let's get into the unboxing. Might have to switch hands afterwards. The brand itself, I mean, I was in TJ Maxx, as you guys can see. It was $40 marked down to $30, and I'm not sure if my camera's focusing for you guys, but so it was the last one, and you know, things in that store tend to just be gone if you don't get them. So the brand itself, I'm not going off of any sort of recommendation or anything like that. It was just what was there. Okay, so the box, styrofoam, some instructions. This is where the water goes. I guess that's how you cap it off. Let's take a look. Alright, I'm pretty sure everything fits within itself, so get some of this off. I think the cord is like 8 feet. Oh, this is like a brush, and then this is like another type of brush. So I guess it has different heads that you can clip onto it as you're doing that. But I don't think I need anything fancy here. I think I just want to steam this. So I guess you push these in, you pull that out. I guess I might need to use both hands for this, so let me get some water and let me get this plugged in, and then let's tackle some of these wrinkles here. So just to show you, this little piece here, it has a little lid that you can flip up, and you just pull that out and it exposes where the gap is. And you can use this little cup here to just fill it up with water. One thing to note, which I thought was kind of strange, it takes like 1.5 of these to get this to, you know, close to the max point here. But I figure if they made a special cup, they would just make it the right size or the right dimension so that it can just fill this up in one shot, and then maybe put. This has markings on it too, so it's just like just make it the measurement that it needs to be, or the volume that it needs to be, so that I can just do this in one shot without having to fill this up twice before I can do this. Anyways, let's snap this in. Okay, that was a click. Let's get this plugged in. Oops. Okay. Button in the back here. Okay, flashing green, then solid green. Sorry for all of the noise outside. A little tricky to do this with a camera. I mean, you can start to see improvements actually. But here, let me use two hands to do this. I'm gonna put the camera down for a second. Alright, so I mean, it definitely worked, right? You can. I think I spent about a minute on it, or a little bit less. And you can see that it's not just a wrinkled mess that it was before. I'll probably just do like a before and after just to show side by side, you know, what it looked like. But let me do the second shirt that I have here. This is a thin t-shirt, and I'm going to do a dress shirt now. Alright, so here we go again, you know, pretty wrinkled. So let me see if I can just do this right in front of you guys. We start with like this section or what. It'll be hard for me to do it with one hand, but just to give you a little something. I mean, you can already see, right? Just a few seconds in. Stop it right there real quick. Side by side, you can see that this side is like completely wrinkled, but then this side is much better. And I'm doing this with, you know, typically if I'm doing it with two hands, I'm holding it like this, and then I'm steaming it, you know, up and down just for it to keep its shape or whatever. I know some people, they like to use like oven mitts or whatever when they're holding this, just so that they don't burn themselves. But you can just see like in a few seconds it's just like ready to go. So if you don't want to do the traditional ironing thing, let me just finish this up so I can give you the before and after. But yeah, if you don't want to do the traditional ironing thing, this is a pretty decent solution. So yeah, that's about it. You know, it does what it's supposed to do. Maybe I could get the bottom here a little bit more, but I mean, for the most part, from what it looks like, I mean, this was particularly wrinkled because it was in a plastic bag smushed up against other articles of clothing. So yeah, it's serving its purpose, and it's a steam press, right? So you're going to use it mostly on not only on clothing, but curtains and shower curtains and, you know, backdrops in my case and things like that. So you know, once I get the hang of it, it should be, you know, pretty easy to use. But for the very first, you know, impressions, it's not too bad so far. So alright, so let's get into the pros and the cons. Overall, it's a pretty decent product. You know, it feels good in the hand, and it's symmetric, so you can use it left or right hand, no problem. One thing that I do like is this hose system that it has, and it feeds it through. I think all of the heat is inside here, and it's still hot, so I do like how they somehow incubate the heat so that it's, you know, not this like dangerous thing. I'm pretty sure the stainless steel front is pretty hot, so I'm not going to touch that, but you know, I just cut this off, and it's, you know, something that I can touch without having to worry. So I do like that. I mean, yeah, I also liked how you can see how small the holes are. It does a very good job of like really shooting the steam on some of the sleeves here. When I was doing the sleeves, you can actually see it shooting out through the shirt and coming out through the back. So I definitely do like the power of the steam that it does. The latch is another nice feature. Like, you can push it like this, or you can push it and then just latch it down. So I think that's pretty cool. And you know, overall it feels like a fairly well-built product. To get into some of the cons, and this is probably just me not being really good at using it, but I think I started at like 1 away from the maximum, and then we're like 1 away from like the minimum now, and all I did was 2 shirts. So I mean, perhaps that's just me not knowing how to use it well and taking too long and using way too much steam. But I mean, I wouldn't mind if this was just like, you know, a huge tank under this so that I can just like steam up my whole apartment or whatever. Another thing was, when you plug it in and then you push the power button, you get this green symbol, and the instructions don't really explain anything too well. You get this green symbol, and then if you can see, there's like steam, and it might just be too bright or what, but there's also like a steam graphic. Maybe I can, there we go. Right? The power symbol lights up, but the steam graphic doesn't light up. And that's fine. However, if it's plugged in, I would imagine that this should just be red just to show that it's plugged in but not hot. And then when you put it on, and first of all, this should be like an on and off switch, but if it's not an on and off switch for you to let you know if it's on or off, when you push this, it should turn from red to green so that you know what mode it's in. After a while of steaming, the green light went away, but it was still steaming. If I press it now, nothing's going to happen. But if I put it on, it's going to do the green thing, and then eventually the green light will go away, but it'll still be on. So it's just like, obviously this is going to be my steam press that I'm going to be using, so I'm going to know exactly, when it's on or when it's off or what. But, I think just from a design standpoint, it would be conducive if you just had some explicit indicators to say if it's on or off, or if it's hot or not. Now, just to illustrate what I mean here, you can see that there's no light on it, and you saw me before when I was pressing it, no steam was coming out. But now I put it back on and there's no light, but when I press it, now you can see the steam, and you can see how powerful it is and everything too. But it'd be nice if there was a light indicator. When I take it off now, so now it's off, and it looks exactly the same, except for when you press it, you see that there's no steam. So, let's just say it takes 2 to 3 minutes to warm up. You could be sitting there and it could not even be on, and then, you don't even know until you try squeezing it or something like that. So I think they could have done a better job with that. The only way that I can know that it's on is because I can smell the material getting hot. Another thing to note about this is that it has a bit of a smell to it, actually. I don't want to say plastic, but it's kind of like a, I guess, plastic-y type smell when it gets hot. And it might just be because it's brand new and it's got to go a few cycles, and it'll be fine afterwards. But right off the bat, if I were to walk in here and smell that smell, I would know that somebody had recently just been using this to iron things. So if they could do something with that smell, that'd be better. But anyways, besides that, I guess, it's not so bad. If I have to give it a rating, I'd probably give it a let's just say a 4.2. And of course, with all of my ratings, this can change over time. It could go down, it could go up, depending on, what I discover when I'm using it. If there's any sort of malfunctions or any sort of, funny things about it, obviously the score is going to go down, but maybe once I get the hang of it and, in one go I can do 10 shirts or something like that, or, my curtains or different things, then maybe it'll go up. So stay tuned, come back a year later and ask me how it's holding up, and I guess we'll see how it goes. But anyways, it's going to be my time for today. If anyone has any questions, just leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to share, rate, favorite, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Let me know what you think. If there's any type of product that you might have seen in some of my videos that you want me to do a quick demonstration or review of, just let me know. And I guess I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.